So guys, अपन start करें. Hello, am I audible? Is my voice coming? Just give up a thumbs up. Okay. Just a second, I'll share my screen. My screen is visible, right? Can you just confirm me, guys? Is my screen visible? Okay. So as now we have reached till week 3. We are done with our week 2. We did with consulting week, product week, and now we have just completed the week 3, which is business tools and analytics week. So what was there in the week was we covered all the things that if you are into product consulting, many a times you would get some data, right? He, uh, my voice is coming, right? Yeah, think I'm audible. Okay. So many a times what you will come up with is you would see there is too many types of data. There are too many types of values that you have to create your hypothesis on. So how will you extract that data? So in this week we covered what is SQL, types of databases, queries in SQL, functions in SQL, data validation, Excel, Tableau, visualization through Tableau, and then finally we have a project, right? So just starting with and giving you a glimpse, as we talked in the last product week recap session, in any of the layer we have three types of tier structure in any architecture, right? One is presentation layer, where you see the screen, like what are you seeing? The HTML, the CSS, the JavaScript that you are seeing on my screen is the presentation layer. Application layer. So application layer is what are the functionalities in the screen. And the third layer is database layer. So what is a database layer? A database layer is something in which you are doing something and you are getting some value stored in that, right? So let's assume an example. If I'm into Amazon and I'm clicking for some order, so I would be able to see this is my order. Kahaan has placed this order in Amazon. So that would get stored into the database layer. Now, how many orders would be there? There would be so many orders, right? 10, 15, 20, like each for Kahan, there would be 20, 30 orders. For each individual, there would be 20, 30 orders. Now, how can I retrieve those orders? Like if I want to analyze those orders, I need some language to retrieve that, right? This is the database layer from which I want to retrieve the orders. So for this, we have seen 2 to 3 types of languages, SQL and database and just last from the last slide as well. Uh, I hope you all have had checked the Stackshare one. Like it is very interesting tool. You would get to know where the front end, back end database, what type of any company is using. Like any company would be using MySQL as a database, Postgre as a database, MongoDB, Cassandra, Redis. So according to the databases a company uses, our whole model will change. Like how are we trying to analyze or how which code would we be writing to get the data. So this is very important if we are into the business analytics week. So for any of the tool or website, if we are working in any of them, you have to first see what database are you working on. So databases are generally of two types, right? SQL database and NoSQL database. What is a SQL database? Like in this week also we covered. It's a structured schema and NoSQL is no structure. Like it is a flexible database. We all know. It is generally that you would find in table form or anything like that. It is easier to access, faster to use. That is a SQL database. And NoSQL is like infinite feeds that this is getting stored, this is getting stored, this is getting stored. That is a normal NoSQL database. And this is the trade-off. Like when should you use which type of database? It is on you. When you are developing X type of program, you need to use SQL. When you are developing another type of program, you need to use NoSQL database. So yeah, these are the two types of databases. Now, for any database, like let's assume a SQL database. So it would be having a table, and in that table there are two columns: a product ID, name, and price. So you must have seen in the SQL lectures that how to extract any product ID, name, price, users. There would be many tables, linkages from the tables, right? So normalization is reducing the redundancy by splitting the data into related tables. So there would be a very big table, like infinite. But if we want to reduce the table size, we can split the table into small tables and relate the tables with keys. So I have split into table one, table two, and related both the tables with a key. So that helps me relate two tables and get data from both the tables. Another thing is indexing. So each user ID is a unique ID, right? Ki how many are there? So there would be indexing that if we index each and every user ID, then our queries would become faster and efficient. Like on frequently accessed column, you can like user ID, we can index those things. Then denormalization to improve data performance for analytics by duplicating the data by read optimized formats. So, as I told you earlier, that each and every time if you are a PM or consultant, you need to analyze data. Data is very important. So, as a PM, we would be expected to automate the dashboards, collect data on its own, and get it into Metabase, Tableau, or Looker, any of these types of websites. So, in this, we have seen how to use Tableau. Okay. This is a SQL cheat sheet. Like you can find it in our guides as well. So once you are done practicing SQL and just want to revise, then you can go through these cheat sheets. For SQL as well, like what is the standard resource that we should follow or is, you can see W3 schools. So when you go to W3 schools SQL page, you will find all the syntaxes. So what my suggestion is, just go through all the syntax, and there is a, like if I went over here, create a database, you can get your own server and practice SQL over there. Like you can practice, just so they can see, this is the thing. They have given me the answer. What is the right join? What is right outer join? This is the complete theory of SQL. Like it's nothing more than this. Now try it yourself if you will click. You just can rewrite the statement and run the SQL code. See, I ran it and the query that I was running from this, I got to get this. So this is how you can hands-on more on SQL, that how should you learn this. And then one more method of learning is go to HackerRank SQL and solve all the questions like intermediate basics. So mostly if you would solve as many questions, then you would be able to get more hands-on key how to use that SQL. If you'd go into the medium ones, you will be able to just solve the challenges. So this is also a nice website that you could use for solving SQL. Solving would give more clarity, and this is the cheat sheet that you can use anytime. Yeah. So this is the cheat sheet. Now, like we saw how databases work. So I just wanted to elaborate on things. How does internet work, right? It is very trivial, but yeah, what happens is there are many cables that are connected to the routers. Routers are connected to the servers, and those servers send the signals to data centers, which then comes to you. So this is just a thing that you should know how internet works. This actually I have taken from our guide only, how internet works, how HTTP works. So before like jumping into any databases or how are they working, we should also have a grand on key. How does these types of things work? Like how is my network going? How are the packages getting created? How are they getting separated? Right? Then moving on to Excel, like Excel, I'm pretty sure most of us have might used in our like in our junior classes, right? So Excel, what we see Excel is and how it is very different. Like it is enormous use case. If we go into any professional, anyone's that career life, you can see that almost they have been using Excel from a very long time. So in Excel, you could see three to four sheet. Like this is a cheat sheet that I got. You just practice all these cheat sheets like equal to plus and can practice as many questions as possible. Like I thought to tell you most of the simpler things, but it is all theory. Like how much you would practice, it would make better and clearer. If you write equals to and if A1 is greater than 10, B1 is greater than 20, then it should return. And if 1 is greater than 10, 2 is greater than 20, then it returns false. So this is just a practical logic thing, like how to write things. If you will try hands-on, you would get a better experience. It is there in our video lectures as well. Like you can go on trying and learning hands-on. Okay. These are the similar sheets like in the for Excel, Tableau, and Power BI that we created. Now you might have got to know what SQL is, what Excel is. Excel it's being used very commonly, right? Each and everyone might have seen Excel anywhere. But Tableau is another visualization tool that people generally use to make their data look more efficient and stronger to show. Like here you can see the Tableau versions, worksheet, story. You can build an enormous, very good worksheet and storyboard using Tableau. And if you'd go to the course dashboard only, yeah, in the course dashboard here only, I suggest you to complete this beginner friendly project. Like you, once you'll try this project, you will get a complete overview ki how Tableau is working. Like if you would, it is all practice based. Like there is no theory for all this. How much you would practice and do, it would be more better. Power BI is another visualization tool only. If you would be Tableau, Power BI, they both are visualization tools, and it's a easy like anybody can learn. It is just a software. So yeah, just practice these things. We just introduced last time ki you would be getting bonus marks if you would be doing this beginner project in Tableau. So what is this beginner project? You can just submit the same project that is being done. We just wanted to see that if it is being comfortable and if you are able to do this. So he has done it very nicely, like each and every step he would show you. And if you just copy this as well, you would get to know ki how to use Tableau at first. And it would make a good understanding and a good industry project as well. Like not an industry, but yeah, it would be a good project to start on Tableau with. And it is a tool that is used everywhere, like in data analysis or anything. Yeah. So any doubts that you had for this week? You can share your doubts in the chat board. Meanwhile, like I'll just brief you through the guide as well. The what all things that you can see in the guide for SQL Tableau. So yeah, this is the guide. Link is at last. I'll share the PDF as well. So yeah, in this we had product development tools that I showed earlier. This is how the internet works. Like I was just going to share you this key how internet is working. So this type of fibers are used. Yeah, someone is asking something.
No, that was a mistake. I'm sorry.
Acha, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was the architecture that how internet actually works. So internet, we see ki we are connected through Wi-Fi. You are able to listen me, but how is it happening? So all the cables are connected to the routers and the switches over here. These switches get connected with the servers. Now, server is what? So it is a place that stores all the information and responds to a request. Like if we are doing anything, then an HTTP request is sent to that server, and that server is then sending that request or storing that request into a data center. Data center is you we have all heard ki data centers, what are they? What you like they are storage powerhouse. So all the data of the server gets stored into the data centers, and then that data that is getting stored is visible to you as an end user. So this is how it goes. Like this is the complete data that you are sending. It gets converted into small fragments, and then it goes to your independent routing machine. And then this, because we can't send the complete chunk at once, so we break it into small fragments and then send it into a routing machine. Then after going through this and passing through various processes, it then goes again to the reassembly, which gets stored into the data center. And the finally you can see the packet, if you see what is happening. So this whole mechanism is packet switching. And for this, when you are speaking HTTPS, this type of protocols we always see ki how are this getting. So this is how we transfer the data from one place to another. Then this is the client's internet and the server and IP addresses. So what are IPv4 and IPv6? Like earlier it was IPv4 address. Each and every computer that we are using or any command that we are showing, it actually goes into an IP address, a numerical label it is. It is assigned to device participating in a computer networks. IPv4 is a 32-bit format, but now newer system we use IPv6, which is a 128-bit system. So if I'm using, I would be having some another IP, and it is very easily trackable using IP that what are you using. This is a user input that goes into the query. So yeah, here only the why we are discussing this actually is key when we are transferring the information. There is some type of information that gets stored into the servers. So the information that gets stored into the server might be MySQL, Postgre, or in NoSQL databases, MongoDB, Cassandra. If you are into development, you might have heard this MongoDB, Cassandra, MySQL. What type of databases are you going to create? What is the data like? This all you would be hearing. So yeah, it is just to get familiar with these terms, key how a development happens, how a product development cycle is going on, and then you can extract the data from whichever warehouse or source you are having. Like when you have tried opening the SQL, you would find key um, there would be connecting to a database. Then you would try to go and log on to how to access all those things. So yeah, this is what SQL is about. If you want, I can let you go through the cheat sheet as well. Or if you have any doubts, we are open to take that. Acha, okay. Any doubts you can just ping on the chat box. I'll let you go through the SQL cheat sheet. So for querying in an SQL, what are the different commands? So if we write select, then any of the name that what column that we want to select, just like select everything. Star is equals to everything from employees. So employees is what? It is a table name. So select everything from employees. Then distinct. So if I just want to select some distinct elements or columns, then I use the keyword distinct. Select distinct department from employees. So it will give me all the distinct departments from all the employee list that I have. Now, another is where clause. So what is a where clause? So where clause is just like key where uh, select star everything from employees where salary is greater than 55,000. So it will look on to all the columns and employees. Then we'll go to the table where there is salary column, and it will return all the employees' name because it has written employee. Return what? Employees. So it will return all the name of employees whose salary is greater than 55,000. Then limit. So it limits the number of employees that you want to select. Like if you are writing any query, you'd get enormous number of rows. So limit the number of rows returned in the result set. So if you type limit 3, I don't want more than 10 rows. So like limit 10. So it will only give 3 or 10 rows. Okay. And then filtering. So if you want to filter, you can use the where clause, like clause. So if you want to do a matching, key first name is like J percent. So J percent means key first letter is J. Then after J, there can be any letter like 3, 4, ABC, anything, Jack or anything. So it will return all the employees whose starting letter is J. Now, if I write percentage and then I write J, then it will return all the letters, all the employee names whose last letter is J. So you are seeing like A, B, C, D, E, F, and the last letter is J. It will return me all the elements like this. Then between is all the employees would be returned between 5,000 and 6,000. So select star from employees where salary is between. Is null is anything if it is null, then it won't return. Like where department is null. So null is key, your column is empty, your block is empty. So it won't return empty blocks where department is not mentioned only. This might be sometimes error while entering, so it avoids getting error. Then this is similarly count. It will tell how many of the employees are there. Select count star from all employees. Sum it will add all the add all the salaries. Like here, yeah, right. Select sum of salaries from employees. So it will sum all the salaries from employees. It is a very trivial language. Like if you read select average salary, so it will do the average function from all salaries from all the employees. It is a table. Here are all the employees and there are salaries. So it will do average of all the salaries. This is just a function aggregation, right? Then it will select minimum. This will select maximum. Very trivial. Yeah, then joins in SQL. So if you have known inner join, left join, and outer join. So what is in general is key. There is a two cert like I'll show you here. Mhm. Joins in SQL. It's okay. So let's assume there is database one and database two. If you want to get all the values in the middle of the database, like what are all the intersection values, then you can use the inner join. Then left join is you would get all the values, like there are two circles. So you will get all the values that are in the left join and the intersection. Similarly, cross join, right join, you would get all the right values. Cross join retrieves the Cartesian product of the two tables. Then full outer join, you'll get the outer circle's value and the inner circle's value. So these are the queries that you need to write for joins. And this is how can you create an index on the table, drop the index on the table, commit changes and roll back. And the operators. Now, what are operators in SQL? The operators is comparison statements like greater than, lesser than, or not. And these are all the operators like order by, group by. These are operators that operate on something like as in our second, third classes, we have seen plus is an operator, multiplication is an operator, or is an operator. These are just types of operators that are in SQL. The code is trivial here also. Select everything from employees where department equals to IT. And like you have to do this and this as well. And salary is greater than 60,000. So and operator is used over here. Okay. Now I'll send you the cheat sheet. You can go through all this and practice the table. Tomorrow, if you want to know how a career actually looks in business analytics, then you can attend the industry session by Atanu Roy Chaudhary. He is from Capsule Labs and he has more than 25 years of experience. Like he's too much experience in this domain. He was also an IIT undergrad in CS and he's been working in industry since 18 years, 18 plus years. So yeah, tomorrow is a session at 1 p.m. He would actually tell you ki how is the business analytics sector, how should you get into there, and what all things are there. And meanwhile, this is the case book that we'll share. Like here, you can visit the guide. And now, any questions if you have? That week 3 task, week 3 task 5, week 3 day 5 task 3 is the SQL project that you have to submit. Uh, it is a Tableau project that you have to submit, which would be counted as the bonus point. Okay, this was one participant's doubt. So in week 3, there were some of the participants who had missed week 1, week 2, and week 1, week 2. So to compensate that, we have kept an additional 10% bonuses for those who have missed that. So week 3, day 5, the task 3 that you would see, I show you here, full beginner project. If you complete this full beginner project and submit it in the link that we have shared, you can share it download it in Google Drive and share the .tablux. This would be helping you get extra 10% so that if you are even late, then the certification won't get mattered that much. And you all can get the best certification. And even if you have done all the things, this will be additional 10% that would be getting added to your this. So your final score will be out of 100 only, but yeah, you would get a 10% bonus. So yeah, you can complete this before Sunday. Like we have shared the deadline. It's in the Discord and Outlook both. Any other questions? You can share the questions in personal as well. The crack the case guide. Okay, I'll share it over here as well. So this is the crack the case guide. You can see the business guide and like all the resources is there that you want to read. It would give you a very nice perspective, like how it is a PM, what it works, what are databases, everything. Like system design related concepts are also there. It is in the business guide, system design related concepts. Any other question?
हेलो।
Hmm.
लाइक अभी आपने रिसेंटली जो मेंशन किया है, मैं तो फर्स्ट डे वन से हूँ इस लाइक स्टार्ट लाइक आप कंसल्टिंग क्लब में। सो मैं सारे असाइनमेंट डन कर चुका हूँ। सो दिस बोनस अगर मैं करता हूँ, मुझे एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट मिलने वाला है। सो माय मेन क्वेश्चन वाज दैट हम मुझे टैबलू एंड एसक्यूएल अच्छे से चलाना नहीं आता। तो मुझे उस फुल गाइड के वीडियो जो आपने हमको लिंक दिया है उसको देखने के बाद हमको खुद ही एक प्रोजेक्ट बना के सेंड करना पड़ेगा एक लिंक के थ्रू।
ये जो हमने प्रोजेक्ट करा है ना अभी, जो आपको डेमो प्रोजेक्ट के लिए दिया था, जो टास्क में प्रोजेक्ट दिया है,
जी।
वही आप सेम प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट कर दो, लाइक इट इज जस्ट कि हमें देखना है कि टैबल्यू आप अच्छे से चला पाओगे कि नहीं। सेम आप सेम टू सेम स्टेप्स करोगे ना, तो यही होते हैं स्टेप्स, मतलब आप कोई भी दूसरा टैबल्यू प्रोजेक्ट करो तो द स्टेप्स सेम ही रहेंगे। आप एक बार ट्राई करोगे ना, तो आपको दिस इज अ वेरी गुड टूल जो आप सीख सकते हो।
ओके, लाइक जो यूट्यूब के जो वीडियो आपने लाइक लिंक दिया है उसको देख के एक बार जैसे वो बता रहे हैं उसके थ्रू करने से लाइक हो जाएगा। उसको हम
हाँ, सेम टू
लिंक के थ्रू
सेम।
आपको भेज दें।
हाँ,
ओके
और
फाइन।
उसने जो फाइनली भेजा है ना, वो लिंक के थ्रू भेजना है। मतलब उससे आप सीख जाओगे पूरा ही टैबल्यू कि चलता कैसे है।
ओके ओके, थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू। गॉट इट।
वेलकम। मतलब in the CV section of the skill also Tableau can be written as a tool or skills like.
ओके, गॉट इट।
Hmm. Any other question? मतलब किसी को भी कुछ भी हो। इन जनरल कोर्स के लिए कोई भी फीडबैक या आगे कोई भी सजेशंस।
लाइक मेरा एक सजेशन रहेगा फ्रॉम माय एंड।
हम्म।
सो द थिंग इज कि लाइक कोर्स का जो ड्यूरेशन है मंडे से जो शुरू होता है नेक्स्ट वीक, उससे पहले एक जैसे अभी आप सेशन ले रहे हो उससे पहले अगर एक आप सेशन लोगे आपके एंड से लाइक क्या क्या किया जाएगा एंड व्हाट वाज द फ्यूचर्स पर्सपेक्टिव, अगर उस काइंड का रहेगा तो हेल्पफुल रहेगा। एंड लास्ट को आप
मतलब
जैसे डाउट,
नेक्स्ट वीक का।
या मतलब ऐसा रहेगा तो इजी रहेगा हमारे लिए, नहीं तो आप अचानक से अपलोड कर देते हो, मतलब फिक्स टाइम में अपलोड
हम्म।
होता है लेकिन दैट्स इजी फॉर अस वैसे। एंड लास्ट को आप जैसे रिकैप कर रहे हो सारे सब्जेक्ट का, दैट्स ग्रेट। उसके बाद इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट जैसे आके करते हैं जैसे कल है।
जैसे कि हमारा जो नेक्स्ट वीक रहेगा उसमें क्या क्या रहेगा मैं अभी बता देता हूँ। एक इकोनॉमिक्स रहेगा कि बिहेवियरल इकोनॉमिक्स क्या होता है, मैक्रो माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स क्या होता है। इकोनॉमिकल पर्सपेक्टिव रहेगा टुवर्ड्स ऑल दे थिंग्स, मतलब हम थोड़ा सा फाइनेंस भी सिखाएंगे, थोड़ा डीसीएफ मॉडलिंग जैसा रहेगा। और बिहेवियरल इकोनॉमिक्स में बहुत ज़्यादा इन डेप्थ जाएगा कि मैथ इको बिहेवियरल इको, उन साइड पे हम थोड़ा फोकस करेंगे नेक्स्ट वीक में, ताकि हाउ एन इकोनॉमी वर्क्स ये भी आपको एक पर्सपेक्टिव आ जाए। बट श्योरली एक बार हम इस पे भी सोचेंगे। सो ठीक है, और कोई फीडबैक्स ना हो तो अपन एंड कर दें, और कोई डाउट्स या एनीथिंग। अच्छा, सो थैंक यू गाइस फॉर अटेंडिंग विंटर कंसल्टिंग एंड आज का सेशन। आई होप यू लाइक दिस एंड कल का मेक श्योर टू अटेंड द tomorrow's industry session by Atanu. He is a very great speaker for business analytics. You would gain a good industry perspective. So yeah, we'll be have a nice Saturday. Bye, guys. Hello.